Okay, the last company is Keppel Corp. Again, hope you all can remember the investment team. So this is basically the green. Everyone talk about, everywhere I go now, talk about sustainability, talk about green, talk about clean energy. You know, it's like, wow, if I, now I also feel guilty. Okay, I packet food, then packet food, I take plastic bag, I also feel bad, I feel guilty. Okay, so yep, clean energy, if you like to buy this idea, then Keppel Corp is probably the company you want to keep a lookout for. Now, same thing, Keppel Corp, I go to the website, they have now categorized their business into these 4 areas: energy, environment, urban development, connectivity, and asset management. So of course, I have to leave the detailed reading to you. So again, all this, I can just go to the website. You go to who we are, you have all the information there. Then same thing, investors, go for the financial, take the report. Okay, then you can see that. So I take from the same source. Okay. Now, one thing interesting about Keppel and why I classify them as a growth stock, or what's the growth story here is this. So Keppel now is actually in transformation. Transformation. So if you all can recall, last year they are doing now a deal with Sembcorp. And if I remember correctly, so you know that Keppel in the past is actually used to be very strong at oil and gas, and they are into building oil rigs. So what I understand here is this: they are going to do less of it. In fact, the oil rig business, I think, is going to combine with Sembcorp, and they are just probably going to take a step back. They are probably still going to own it, but in terms of shareholders, they are not going to run it from the operational perspective. So they are basically restructuring, going more from the, the hardcore oil and gas to really clean energy, focus on sustainability, environment. So there is this restructuring and this thing called the Keppel Vision 2030. If you're interested, again, you can go and read in detail. You go to the website. In fact, you're just going to Google Keppel Vision 2030. I think there's enough article out there. So there's a transformation, and this is basically my growth story. And why I actually like this, something that caught my attention here is this. This is from the company annual reports, and this is based on the CEO. We will further focus and simplify our business. We see ourselves not as a conglomerate of diversified parts, but as one integrated business providing solutions for sustainable urbanization. Okay, so to me, this is something quite interesting now. So previously, they were just running all the different units on its own. Okay, they are conglomerates, and all the divisions are running on its own. Okay. And now what they do here is this: they have these 4 segments, and eventually these 4 segments actually all have one goal, or either that they're going to work with one another. Okay, as per what I'm saying, one integrated business providing solutions for sustainable urbanization, which makes sense. You think about it. Okay, you have clean energy, then of course, all this clean energy, you also need to be part of the real estate, or think of it this way. So let's say this one, clean energy, what's clean energy? Solar panel, for example, where you want to put a solar panel on top of real estate. Okay, which they also sell. Or either that, they talk about green building. Okay, green building, you need things like, how to recycle rainwater, how to recycle wastewater. So all this technology from where? Okay, this, from this energy and environmental part. Okay. And of course, we talk about, now talk about smart cities. You definitely need connectivity. So basically, with all these come together, they can give a very good value proposition for the whole town planning, city planning. They have been talking about doing a Tianjin Eco City, so they can actually provide an integrated solutions for smart city, sustainable city. So that is something quite excited to me. Of course, now everything is stock only. Can they deliver? No, I don't know. But to me, I really like the story. It's like, one party really just bring out the whole solutions. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say here. Okay, so of course, asset management is about financing part, which of course again is actually in line. Okay, and that's what excites me. And of course, the other part here is this, I'm also a fan of clean energy. Okay, like today is very hot. I don't know whether you all realize that now it's only March. Today I just, I cycle. Okay, now I also stop driving as much. I cycle to library. I cycle for like 15 minutes. I was so drenched or so hot. It's hot until I feel like puking. So I'm also quite, environmental friendly fan right now. In fact, one of my retirement job I'm thinking of is do furniture refurbishing. Okay, but anyway, that is another another story for another time. So you can see the other thing that excites me is this: they're actually into renewables, clean energy, decarbonization, environmental solutions. So Keppel has strong capability and a proven track record, and where we can help customers on their journey to net zero. Okay, and that is how I get my growth story. This is direction. I buy the direction. Unfortunately, I have no results. They have no results for me to look at yet. But at least for now, I'm buying into their direction. Okay. If you look at the revenue, so 2020, they actually suffered a loss. And 2021, it actually bounced back. So in fact, 2021 is a very good year for them. Okay. And okay, now, so of course, what I have from their annual reports is all historical. So for your information, okay, as you can see here, okay, I know this is a little bit cluttered. Under the energy environment, okay, please take note, they are actually making losses. They're actually making losses now. So again, this is a very significant risk. Whatever they said just now, okay, whatever I present just now is what they are going to do. Okay. But based on what they have done in the past, under this portion, they are making losses. Okay. The rest are okay. Urban development. Basically, the real estate arm is profit. Connectivity, this one is basically Keppel, TNT, and M1, still profit. Asset management make money. But this part is actually making losses. So just for your information, okay, we are talking about the good year. Okay, 2021, not talking about 2020 where it's a loss. So 2021 good year, they're actually losing money here. Also, please take note of that. But in terms of revenue, this is the biggest piece, as you can see. Okay, so I am betting on eventually this become positive. So think about this, when this become positive, then is the company is actually growing quite nicely. Okay, so what are the growth story? Again, I just plug this from this website. Okay, they talk about renewable energy, solar panels. They're actually going to be into solar panels. They talk about power generation, electricity. Okay, they talk about waste to energy. These are the projects they're doing. Okay, they talk about water and wastewater treatment. Okay, so this is from the business wise, this is what happened. Okay, but then, like I said, the risk is there. Number one, are they going to be successful? Not proven. Number two, in fact, their whole energy and environmental business is making losses, even though last year the whole profit is supposed to be a good year for them. Okay, so do you think that they can turn around or not? That one is anybody's guess. See whether the risk will take. Okay, there are some comments. They are going to hack off their offshore and marine to combine with submarine. That is correct, yes. But I think they're still going to hold shares. But you are right, they want to take the operation out of the offshore. And thank you, Sarinta. Okay, maybe I talk about that later. Okay, so the financial success, you can see that because last year they make a loss, 2020 they lost, so these two fail. If not, the rest is pass. Profit margin 11.9. Current ratio more than 1, debt equity 1.6, interest cover 6 times. So it's actually still a pass. Sorry, the rest pass, but this two is a fail. Okay. Okay, now this is what happened here. Okay, by right, for such companies whereby you are talking about what they call that, restructuring, going into new business. So DCF is not exactly the best way to do it. So DCF works very well if, let's say, for example, 5 years ago, you are doing this business, next 5 years, you're going to continue. Okay, that is the best scenario for DCF. But for companies who are going to restructure, DCF is still, it's not the best way to do so. So anyway, my assumption here is this, even they restructure, their assets are not a lot different, okay? So you shouldn't expect a lot of difference. So I think we can still do it as a proxy. Okay, now, so this is what happened here. If I just do DCF based on the past 5 years, including 2020, which they make a loss, okay, this is the value I get. Okay, so let's say past 5 years, 2020, they make a loss. This is the value I get, which is, of course, 464, and now the price is overvalued. If I ignore the 2020 loss, okay, that means I take out the figures from 2020. This is the figure I get based on DCF value. PE now is 11.6. Dividend yield, okay, not too bad, 5%. But I'm not too sure whether this is, but past 5 3.6 also quite okay. Price to book is actually still below 1. Personally, I am using this. I'm actually using this figure, $8. And like I said, I like the business. Now, so this is what I want to share. Okay, end of the day, there is no such thing as perfect stocks. Every growth stocks, they have their bad points. Southern Alliance have hit theirs, Keppel have their own, and you cannot find a perfect growth stock. In fact, you cannot find a perfect stock. If you think that the risk is too much for you, then don't buy. It's okay, just focus on income. That's also a good strategy to have. But if you choose to, okay, these are some of the risks you have to bear. Okay, that's why I always say for growth stocks, always invest with money that you can afford to lose. Like in my case, my wife also don't know about, then I'm actually quite safe. Okay, so this is for Keppel. Any questions? Okay, thank you so much for comments. I saw some comments in